Good afternoon, students. My screen is visible. Is this audible to everyone? Please write a message in chat box. Okay. So yesterday we discussed about agile model. Um, Today we are going to discuss about extreme programming. I'm waiting for remaining students. Those who are not joined till now. See here. This is Agile model and this is Agile manifesto. These are the principles behind the Agile manifesto. This is extreme programming. This is also one of the Agile methodologies. We already discussed Agile methodologies, DRDM, dynamic DSTM, dynamic system development model. We also now today we are discussing about extreme programming. Tomorrow we discuss another model called Scrum. Only 47 students are joined. I'm waiting for the remaining students. So just to see what is external programming, just read the PPT. Who created this extreme programming? So, okay, what is extreme programming? So this is one of the methodologies in agile methodologies. So XP was created by Kent Beck at C3 system. C3 means Chrysler Comprehensive Compensation C3 system for developing a project of payroll project in 1996. Okay, so here XP is one of the most important software development framework of Agile model. I already told you. So it is used to improve software quality. So this XP, the XP will review code, detect and correct errors efficiently. So code review detects and corrects errors efficiently. And also in extreme programming, we are using pair programming is related to XP. So pair programming means where two people sitting together and writing the same code. Sitting together and writing the same code, we call it as a pair programming. This is one of the advantages in extreme programming. Okay. So extreme XP stands for already told extreme programming. It is slightly different from Scrum. So tomorrow we'll discuss what is Scrum. Okay, it may focus on constantly changing requirements. It mainly focus on constantly changing requirements, and also customer feedback and frequent releases. Okay, customer feedback and frequently releases based on changing requirement and frequent releases. Okay, it mainly focuses on change requirements and frequent releases. Okay, this XP. And also the outcome of XP is always a quality product meeting the exact customer requirement. So what is the requirement of the customer by using this XP? This will the outcome of the XP always meeting the customer's requirement. And then see here, here XP is a lightweight, efficient, low risk, flexible, predictable, scientific and fun way to develop a software. It is efficient, lightweight, flexible and scientific to develop a software. So here small to medium sized teams that works under Wagyu means so under made always Wagyu. So small medium sized teams that work under Wagyu and rapidly changing the requirements. So they are rapidly changing the requirements. And also it follows object oriented approach. This XP follows object oriented approach. So see the pictorial representative of XP is like this. So see here, first one, see here planning. Any software use must follow all these steps. Any model follow all these steps. First one, planning, design, coding, testing. So how many students? Okay, 74. Okay, we continue with okay, understand about XP. So see here user stories. So user stories means here not the movie story or serial story. Here user stories means what are the features they need and what are the requirements they need for the project, that we are taken from the user. That is user stories, features and requirements are user stories that we are taken from the customer. And also see here values. So values means here the user store the values means the requirements or features in one index card. So they give priority, they store the data in index card according their priority. So they give first priority to this and second priority. So they give the priority. So we have to do work on this priority, one letter, another, and so on. We have to use give priority, then we go to the priority one, then priority one, so on. So here they prepare a values means index card in which they give preferences according to their priority. Okay, according to their priority, they give preferences. So that is about values. Then we move for the acceptance test. Then move for the acceptance test. So acceptance test means here the name is here acceptance, accepted. Okay, acceptance. When we go for software development, actually we are going planning, design, coding, testing, and deploying to the customers. When we are in the deployment stage, when we go for software deployment, in which way the software is accepted, and these features we made these features we made in the project, and the product is accepted. So here acceptance test means how our product is accepted by the customer. What are the features they need to accept this project? So we have to we have to take care in acceptance test means whenever we move to the acceptance test means what are the user requirements to accept this software, what are the features they need, all this we add in the we have to plan in the planning stage only. Last one, iteration. So iteration plan, it means here I already told you values are stored in index card. So in each index card there is a priority. So in to complete one priority, how many iterations we need, and what are the requirements we need, and how much time we will take to complete one priority. All these are chosen in iterative plan. So how many iterations we need to complete the task, what are the plans required to complete the task, and how much time to require one priority. So all these are taken in iterative plan. So this is about planning. Okay, everyone clear? So then move to design. So see here in design we use CRC cards. CRC is nothing but class responsibility collaborate. Okay, class responsibility collaborate, we call it as a CRC. So for better understand, for example, for example, take a librarian. So what is the responsibility of librarian? Check in book, check out book, search for book, know all book, and also search for borrower, and also know all borrowers. This is about responsibilities. Higher responsibilities. Then we have to collaborate with the responsibilities. So check in book means you have to collaborate with the book. Check out book means you have to collaborate with the book and also borrower. Search for book and we also collaborate with the book. So another example is class card reader. Card reader nothing but our ATM card. So what is the responsibility of the machine card? So tell ATM when card is inserted. and also read information from card, eject card, retain card. These are the responsibilities of card. So how we collaborate? Well, our tell ATM and card is inserted means we have to collaborate with ATM machine. And when the read information, eject, retained, we collaborate with only card. Okay. So we call it as a class responsible collaboration. Okay. So clear. Next, move to spike solution prototype. So what is spike solution means? Spike solution is a very simple program to explore prototype solution, to explore potential solutions. So spike solution means spike is a very simple program to explore potential solutions. Means we have any problem or any risk, we have to solve the risk by using this spike solution. So in planning time, what are the potential problems will occur? So we already in planning time we have to choose what are the problems, potential problems will occur, and what are the risks occur. So in planning time only we have to decide. So here spike solution spike solution is a small program. We have solved the problem in very simplest way. So here spike solution is there. We have to solve the problems or risk that occur in very simplest way by using spike solution. Next, move to the coding. So okay, spike solution is our next move to the coding. See here in coding we move for pair programming. So pair programming nothing but two people work on same code. One person writes the code and another person check the code and give feedback to him. That is about pair programming. Okay. So and also see here refactoring. So here refactoring means improves the internal structure of the code. We have to refactoring means we have to improve the internal structure of the code, but external behavior not affected. We have to check that when we are changing internal behavior or improves internal behavior, that is not affect the behavior. That is not affect the external behavior. We have to check. Okay, that is refactoring. Improves the internal structure of the code, but external behavior not affected. By using refactoring, we is not affected any external behavior. Then see here, that is refactoring. Then move to unit test. Unit test means here we are divide the project into each unit. So we have to test each unit separately. Then we have to integrate those units. Okay. First you have to split the project into different units, unit 1, unit 2 and so on, unit 10. Then we have to test each unit separately, unit 1 separately, unit 2. Then we have to continuous integration. Okay, then we move for continuous integration. We have to integrate all the units into one unit, a single unit. That is about continuous integration. Okay, unit test and continuous integration. Next, move to testing. Okay, see here testing. In testing, acceptance testing. So after coding and after testing completed, we move for the acceptance testing. So for example, I am manufacturing a ballpoint pen. So I want to manufacture a ballpoint pen. So in ballpoint pen, the cap is there and the body and the tile and the clip and the ink cartridge. So and the ballpoint are produced separately. So we have to separately, we have to split each part and unit tested separately. So cap is separately tested, body separately, tile separately, ink cartridge separately tested. Okay, we eat separately. When 2 or more units are ready, so when cap is ready and pen is ready, they are assembled and integration is testing is performed. So when they are ready, they are assembled and integration testing is performed. When the complete pen is integrated, so overall we have the pen is ready. So system testing is performed. So when the complete pen is integrated, then system testing is performed. Once the system testing is complete, so once the overall the system testing is complete, then acceptance testing is performed. So here after completion of uh, system testing, then we move to the acceptance testing is performed. So as to confirm that the ballpoint pen is ready to be made available to the end user, that is accepting. The ballpoint pen is ready to be made available to the user. So then see here software increment. Every time we are getting feedback from the customer, that you have to update the software. So every time you have to increment the software, that is software increment. So this is about extreme programming. So far clear? So here in this testing code helps to move error and improve its reliability. So in XP, testing code helps to remove errors and improve its reliability. And also here, good quality design is important to develop a good quality software. So to develop a good quality software, good quality design is important. So in this simplicity makes it easier to develop good quality code as well as test and debug it. So makes it easier to develop good quality code as well as test and debug it. So some of applications are we are mostly used in small project, experience small project, and also projects involve new technology or research project also we use extreme programming. So this is about brief introduction about extreme programming. So does so any doubt, write a message in chat box. So far clear? So far concept clear? So okay, then I move to the core values of XP. So the core values of XP are communication, feedback, simplicity, responsibility, courage, respect. These are the core values of XP. So see here in this communication, so software development is inherently a team sport that relies on communication to transfer knowledge from one team member to everyone else on the team. Okay, now to communicate our knowledge from one team member to everyone else on the team. So XP stresses the importance of the appropriate kind of communication. So you mainly appropriate kind of communication, that is face to face discussion with aid of a whiteboard or a other drawing mechanism. You have to communicate with the customer with a whiteboard or other drawing mechanisms. So uh, so best method of communication is face-to-face communication. The user or client checks his project and informs the changes needed immediately. Formal documentation is avoided. That is about communication. Then move for simplicity. So next go to the simplicity. Okay. So here see here in simplicity means what is the simplest thing that will work. So the purpose of this is to avoid waste and do only absolutely necessary things, such as keep the design of the system as simple as possible, so that is easier to maintain, support and revise. So and simplicity also means address only the requirements that you know about. Don't try to predict the future. So, simplicity means solve today's problem. Complexity costs lot. So, simplicity means building only the system really needs to be built. It means solving only today's problem. Today complexity costs a lot, and predicting the future is very hard. So armed with communication and feedback, it is much more easier to know exactly what you need if you practice simplicity. So it should be easy to add features that it become necessary as it would be added today. So that is about simplicity. So then move for feedback. So here through constant feedback about their previous efforts, or a team can identify areas for improvement and revise their practices. So feedback also support a simple design. Your team builds something, gather feedback on your design and implementation, and then just your product going forward. So feedback means asking a question and learning from the answers. So nothing but feedback means answering, asking questions and learning from the answers. Okay. So the only way to know what a customer really want is to ask him. And the only way to know if the code does exactly what it should do. So what it should do. So is to test it. What it should do is to test it. The sooner you get the feedback, the more time you have to react to it. Okay. So here XP provides rapid frequent feedback. Every XP we practice is a part of building. A part of building feedback loop. So the best way to reduce the cost of change is to listen and learn from uh, from all those sources as often as possible. Okay, all the sources as often as possible. So this is why XP concentrated on frequent planning, designing, testing and communicating. Uh, okay, testing and communicating. So rapid feedback reduces investment of time and resources and ideas with a little payoff. Okay, so with little payoff. So failures are found as soon as possible within days or weeks rather than months or years. So you have to found within week or month or years. And this feedback helps to define your schedule and your plans. It allows you to steer your project back on track as soon as someone notices the problem and identifies when a feature is finished. And when it will cost more or less then previously believed it builds confidence that the system does just what customer really wants. So that is about feedback. So clear. So then move to responsibility. So overlaps here responsibility when developers are uh, ultimately responsible for quality of software. Here developers are responsible for quality of software. Next move to the courage. So here Kent Beck defined courage as effective action in the face of fear. Effective action in the face of fear. So this definition shows a preference for action based on other principles, so that the results are not harmful to the team. So you need courage to raise organizational issues that reduce our team's effectiveness. So you need courage to stop doing something that does not work and try something else. So you need courage to accept and act on feedback even when it is difficult to accept. So courage means making hard decisions when necessary. A future is not working, fix it. If if someone code is not up to the standard, improve it. If you are not going to deliver everything you promised on schedule, be upfront and tell the customer as soon as possible. Courage is a difficult word, sure to apply. No one wants to be wrong or break. So the only way to recover from a mistake through is to admit it and fix it. So delivering software is challenging, but meeting that challenging instead of avoiding it, so leads to a better software. So this is about courage. Uh, Here, this is a courage to throw away work in which you have Hadi invested a lot of effort and start with a fresh design. It is a courage to try out with new ideas. You have the courage to try with new ideas. So this is about courage. So last one, respect. Okay, so far clear. So I move to the next principle, respect. So here respect is necessary in order for the team to work in harmony and deliver excellent work. So respect also means that one developer does not do the work of another by altering it. So respect extends beyond the team to the customer. So we have to take other people's concerns seriously in order to respond to them appropriately. Finally, managers should also show respect for the development team and ensure that employees have the necessary skills and resources. Okay, so actually, respect underlines the other values previously mentioned. Every member of the team must care about the project, and also intrinsic rewards like motivation, enjoyment and job satisfaction uh, job satisfaction beat, then extrinsic rewards like employee of the month or physical rewards. Everyone gives and feel respect, and the feel respect they deserve as a valued team member. So they deserve as a valued team member. So everyone should contribute value to the team, even if it simply enthusiasm. Developers should always respect. It's simply enthusiasm. So developers should always respect the uh, expertise of the customer, and customers should respect the expertise of the developers. Okay, so customers should respect the expertise of the developers. So managers should respect the developers right to accept the responsibilities and receive authorities over the work. So this is about respect. Okay, so far clear? So next I move to the next slide. Okay, next move to next slide. So the practices of XP programming are, so the practice of XP are first one, the planning the design. So planning game, small releases, metaphor, simple design, testing, refactoring, paid programming, collective ownership, continuous integration, 40-hour work week, on-site customer coding standards. So these are the 12 practices of the XP programming. So first we discussed about planning. So planning for the upcoming iteration. Here user uses stories provided by the customer. Already told stories is nothing but the features and the responsibility requirements. So user stories provided by the customer. Here a technical person determines schedules, estimates, costs, etc. So a result of collaboration between the customer and the developer. So this is about planning. So what are the advantages? So reduction in time wasted on useless features. So reduction in time wasted on useless features. Okay. Okay. Next advantage is greater customer appreciations of the cost of a future. That is one of the advantages planning. Then less guesswork in planning. Less guesswork in planning. These are the advantages in planning. So disadvantages, customer availability. So that is one of the disadvantage, customer availability. Next. So next is this planning this often necessary. So this is one of the disadvantage. Is planning this often necessary. Okay. Next move to small releases. So small in terms of functionality, and also less functionality means releases happen more frequently. Less functionality means releases happen more frequently. Support the planning game. This is about small releases. Here, time between the Release of the module should be as short as possible. That is about small releases. Then what are the advantages? So frequent feedback is one of the advantages. Then tracking is another advantage, and also reduce change of overall project slippage. So reduce change of overall project slippage is another advantage. So disadvantage is not easy for all projects. But small release means not easy for all projects, not needed for all projects, and also versioning issues. Then move for metaphor. So this metaphor means the overall architecture of the system, and also a common set of terminology. So the overall architecture of the system and also a common set of, okay. So not need for all projects, a common set of terminology and also overall architecture of the system. So see here, this is metaphor. This term is used to describe the corresponding software element, so that reflects the real world terminology. We should use the meaningful names for the procedures. Example, uh, calculate gross pay or hourly salary or calculate gross pay. This we call it as a metaphor. We are using different names. That is meaningful names. So, what are the advantages in metaphor? Encourages a common set of terms for the system, and also reduction of buzzwords, and a quick and easy way to explain the system. These are about a metaphor. Disadvantages, often the metaphor is the system. Next, another opportunity for miscommunication. This is one of the disadvantages in metaphor. The last one, the system is often not well understood as a metaphor. So the system is not well understood as a metaphor. These are the disadvantages of metaphor. Then we move to simple design. So design, simple design. So do as little as needed, nothing more. So do as needed as possible, nothing more. So the design used for the practical implementation should always be simple. So the design used for the practical implementation should always be simple. So advantage is time is not wasted adding superfluous functionalities, and also easier to understand what is going on. Then refactoring and collecting ownership is made possible and help keeps programmers on track. And disadvantage is what is simple. Simple is not always best. So this is about simple. So next move to testing. Okay. Testing, already told you, unit testing and test first design, all automated. Okay. In testing, testing is done at same time as coding. So the test inputs and expect the result should be scripted. So here the test inputs and expected results should be scripted. So two types of basic testing are needed here. That is unit testing, which focuses on the code written by the developer, and another one is focus testing, which checks the correctness of the particular feature according to the customer requirement. Correctness of the particular feature according to the customer requirement. So what are the advantages? Unit testing promote testing completeness, and also another advantage is test first gives developer a goal, and also automation gives a suit for regression test. And some disadvantages are automated unit testing is not for everything, and also reliance on unit testing is not a good idea. The test result is not as good as the test itself. So this is about testing. Then move for refactoring. So changing how the system done something but not what is done, and improve the quality of the system in some way. It is the process of changing the software system in such a way that it does not alter the external behavior of the code, that improves its internal structure. That is refactoring. So, what are the advantages? So, promotes developers to proactively improve the product as a whole, and increase developer knowledge of the system. See here, increase the developer knowledge of the system. So disadvantage, not everyone is capable of refactoring. Refactoring may not always be appropriate, and this is disadvantage. And would upfront design ultimate refactoring. These are the disadvantages in refactoring. Next, move for pair programming. Already told you two developers, one monitor and one keyboard. So one drives and other things. Here switch roles are needed. So software code is written by pair of developers. So two programs work together at one workstation, and one program actually types the code, and other programmer observes, makes comments, and give suggestions about work done by the first programmer. So after some time, the developer swap their roles, collective developer swap their roles. So collective ownership. So this is after some time the developers swap their roles. So then move to advantages and disadvantages. Two heads are better than one. We have to constant focus. Here two people are mostly likely to answer the following questions. Is this whole approach going to work? And what are some test cases that may not work yet? And is there a work to simplify this? These are the advantages and disadvantages. Many tasks really don't require two programs. A hard sell to the customer. Not for everyone pair programming. So these are the disadvantages in pair programming. So tomorrow we discuss collective ownership, continuous integration, 40 hours work week, on-site customer coding standards. And also discuss tomorrow last model in Agile Scrum model. And what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages in XP. So all these we discuss tomorrow. So does anybody any doubt regarding so far topics covered? So write a message in chat box. I will end the session today. Tomorrow we will meet at the same time. Any doubts? Okay, today I am ending the session. Tomorrow we will meet. Thank you.